Hi everyone, welcome to weekly market insights from Traderz Hut. I am your RV Raju Angade Vishwanatha SEBi Registered Research Analyst. Come, let's have a sneak into the trade setups for the second week of October 2024. Let us discuss today in this video where the Nifty is headed, why the fall has come for 1,200 points from the top in a very shift way. The SEBi new rules, what it will impact. Is it the rules or is it the war? What has impacted the markets? Why the markets have fallen? Where the commodities are headed, as well as which are the stocks which we could discuss during the session. Let's have a sneak into the trades. Blueprint of next week, to the point analysis, and also where the Nifty could be headed with the probabilities we are going to discuss in this video. So stay tuned till the end. Very simple way I'm going to explain it on the long term front. We are seeing the Nifty here. Why Nifty has passed that 26,277. The magic, purely the magic of waves, what we call the magic of waves or principle of equality. Nifty from 7,511 has risen by 11,000 points. The COVID low 7,511 is what we are seeing here. From that low, Nifty has Nifty rises 11,085.90 points towards 18,600 odd levels. 18,600 levels Nifty rises. From there again, we are going to see the some correction, and 15,191 exactly Nifty rises to 46,000. 277, which acted at 26,200 to 300. Why it was a resistance zone? Because the principle of equality exactly has kicked in for the wave principle as well. We are going to discuss in a simplistic way. See the principle of equality, the height of the pattern we have replaced, nothing complicated, no layout, it was very simple way why it has made up under big bearish candle last week is what we saw on the Nifty. Almost a previous week's low was 25,800 and the next week's low was 26,178. Now it is at 25,000. So the rejection from the principle of equality is what we have seen as per the price action. Okay, let's get into the short term trends. Now we have drawn the multiple price cluster zones where we can see the support zone for the Nifty 24,850, 860, 840 to 890 would be the important support zone, and below that 24,650 to 700 would act as a support for the Nifty as of now. But Nifty has to hold these levels also for 24,700 or 800 on the closing basis. So if you are in a bull case scenario, the impulse has to be activated and it should not be reach the zones of 24,870 or 700 zones as for the wave theory as well. But the fall, what is important here, the gap has been created. The rise, what we saw here, took us 1, 2, 3, 4, then around 5 sessions, around 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, almost 16 to 18 trading sessions it took to rise from almost what we are seeing a loss of 24,700, 750 levels. But now we are testing back in 5 trading sessions. So that time price imbalance, the slower rise and the faster fall, indicating some pause in the trend. Although we have not changed the major degree trend, there might be one more trend upwards pending as PSU banks looks bullish and metals also looking bullish as per the charts. We have to see the other sectorial charts where it is headed. So that's what is what we are seeing. Even if we are considering the larger degree picture, if the correction has to come in, it has to bounce on the certain point. As of now, the quick sell-off is witnessed, the price how it behaves from the next week marks the short-term top is in place before the next leg of bull run starts. Also, we are seeing a pull back here, and again we are in the rise of wave 3 of this degree. So we have to watch out all those aspects of the markets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One is complete, or how it pans out. We are going to see that in the more detail. But as of now, I discussed the levels 24 5,000 and 24,800. Some healthy put writing is seen as per the data. Upside 25,200 to 25,500 every strike there is a build up. So the market may consolidate after a strong fall. So sell on rises to bearish as of now is the strategy. What is the levels to watch out for the Nifty? In a simple manner, wave counts I am going to disclose later after showing the Bank Nifty chart. 25,275, 25,470, 25,627 would be the resistance zone. So 25,600 to 650, some resistance, the gap zone would mark as an important zone of resistance, while lower end 24,960, 950 below, we are going to head lower towards 24,892 or 24,840, and below that 24,700 levels becomes marks a very important price action zone. 24,720 to 790 as of now the price action zone. 24,006, even intraday lows of 24,660 can be revisited if it is fast and furious. So the pullback is imminent from these levels as of now. So these are the levels for the next week. What to trade, how to trade in the Nifty. Now let me come to the point. Nifty has fallen quickly. If this marks to be a bottom 24,950, 930, 25 volts, we see a pullback, then the pullback can be towards 25,280 to 340 360 levels. 25,280 to 360 would mark the resistance. Then again the pullback could be one more leg towards 24,700 to 780 levels on the downside. So that is clearly on the cards. 25,000 to 280 to 360, some resistance could be acted on the Nifty front is what we see as the chart hint for the Nifty. So the trend seems to be on a weaker note until the reversal is signaled. As of now, short-term trades, I am speaking about long-term trends. Well, it's if this seems to be a bottom and the rise has to confirm higher top, higher bottom. Till then, I would not take a call. Let me see, show it to even in that bullish case scenario what could be happening in the markets. So this could be a first and a second decline. This is 1 2 1 2 3 is on the cards of an extension of a wave 5. So 1 2 1 2, so this bottom, and if this level is broken, then we have to see the next leg of advance. Even if we are seeing this 1 2 3 4 5, the first is complete, then the next leg of advance if we are seeing, unless we break these levels of 24,000, we are not in a bearish note. Even if it is ABC zigzag after a one impulse, 1 2 3 4 5, the first is completed, fifth wave extension. So 23,800 could be on the cards if we are going, but as of now the pullback from 24,700 could be imminent even if it is short term, or how the speedily the market reacts is very much important. So what could be the bull case scenario? The correction from the levels what we have discussed here. Let us see, as we have plotted the weekly charts of the Nifty from the zonal zone confluence of principle of equality. If wave 3 is what you started of super cycle and extension has to happen, towards 30 or 32,000 levels, then what has to be done for this? So 23,600 could be visited. There the chances, if it is wave 3, I would not say 21,900. 22,000 levels could be the election lows could be marked. Well, these levels can be tested 23,800. There is a probability. This principle of equality, obviously, there is an extension. See, the second correction is not deeper here of wave 3. The consolidation is there. So, there would be an extension of the internal waves is what the primary count feels. So, what to do in a simple price action terms? Let us say Nifty once crosses the price action zone of 20. Let me mark the price action zone for you, irrespective of the Elliott waves. Well, 27,500 to 28,000 is clearly on the cards. As for the Nifty, I am not saying that could not be revisited. Well, the price action zone is what we see. The confluence of zones is how we take the plan or trades. The resistance is what we have marked, and thus downside support zones also has been marked. Well, what has happened here in the short term? The trend line is broken after quite a long period. A very faster note, the trend line is broken. Now we have to break out of this trend again. The downward trend line, 2-4 trend line has been broken, which is showing a good bit of correction towards the wave 4 is what everyone says as per the Elliott wave principle. But what needs to be done now here, unless we cross 25,800 to 850 levels, we are not out of the woods in the short term. Even that pullback can be there if it is a zigzag, the pullback can be there 800, 850. Then a quick fall towards the lower zones. The time wise, the correction may happen if it is not price wise. 24,000 24,700 levels could be revisited if we pull back from here in a choppy fashion. So that's for the longer term view. Short term, sell the rises. If the dip happens next week, 24,700 to 800 holds, buy the dips contrarily for a pullback. Relative strength, which sectors, which stocks I'm going to discuss. I'm going to give a clue from the Bank Nifty what it is doing as per the Elliott wave counts. Bank Nifty what it is doing. See here, friends, if we are not going to break the lows of 51,000, 51,300, which is an important zone, which marks to be a very, very key important zone. So what we could see here, if this impulse is strong, in the case of this impulse which is strong, the retracement should not be broken. This is the extension, the retracement, if we take, the lows should not be taken out. This lows, the trend line lows should not be taken out. That comes around 51,300 levels. So 51,300 to 51,000, which could act Bank Nifty it is. So 51,000 to 51,300 is a very important zone of support. Maximum 50,090. And if we break 50,300 zones, then the impulse magnitude goes away. Some other part of corrective advance or decline it could be happening is what we see. If this gets extended, then the wave 3 would be towards 57,000 and the support is taken, impulse starts. It's what we see. If it is a ABC, A, B, and the C could be somewhere like this. Let me mark it from here. If it is a irregular flat in that case scenario, irregular flat, what could be the case for the irregular flat if that happens to be true? Irregular flat can stretch, either it can end near 50,800 or it can stretch towards even 48,500 to 500 to 47,800 levels can be visited. That is irregular flat. Maybe the chance of 48,500 or 49,100 opens up if it is a irregular flat. If this is the impulse, the rise, the third would come down and then small consolidation, the fifth would come. The completion of that pattern would happen with a larger correction, and the three impulse would start after that in that sense. So let me see the internal subwaves so that we'll get the idea for the bank nifty. Well, it has to hold these supports is what we see. The importance of this support, there is no pullback at all. A small pullback is what we have witnessed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what could be the result of this? Let us see the result of the small pullback is what we have witnessed, and we are seeing a bank nifty range where could it could be headed. So what is happening here? Let me drag it from this trend. So if this holds to be the support, 51,000 is the max zone of support what we see as per the extension. If ABC has to complete, if it is a correction after the wave 2, if this is 1, this is 2, then the impulse has to lead. The internal counts hint, this is 5 wave impulse, but let us see for the confirmation. Higher top, higher bottom is what is required for the markets. That's on the bank nifty front. The key zone is if we are hitting 49,100, 200 or 48,500 zones for the bank nifty in the irregular flat, else we are headed with a much higher zones from here, where the actual bull will start taking over. The third would start. This is 1, 2, one, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let me come to the larger degree charts for you. Let us delete the fibs as well. I don't need the fibs as of now. If it is a let me delete the older markings. Let's also draw a parallel channel to get the grip of the trends. So I'm drawing a parallel channel. I'm showing you how to draw the channels as well here. So it's a lengthy video. Please do elaborate, as I can give the intraday levels. That doesn't help you the short term 1 week levels, but the larger picture also has to be explained. We will get a viewpoint. So if it is 3 and 5, the extension would happen here. So this is what the marking is hinting. So third and the fifth would extend in the markets, as we see third and the fifth would come if it is an impulse. Even if it falls towards these levels, it can be revisited, is what we see. The irregular flat could happen in the second, and the rise would come in a bigger way in the bank nifty, as it is bank nifty. If it is a 1-2, then the third would start. This looks to be a 1-2, but clarity what everybody thought this as in fact third, but this count failed. As it looks, the impulse would have carried over on the upside, so the correction might have completed from here. So once we take out the levels of 51,700, 52,035, 52,500 are the important zones. The gap area is where we face the resistance 51,300 to 51,100, or 50,950 should not be broken as of now for the bank nifty, which will give a clear clue for the nifty what needs to be done, what will happen with the nifty. A bank nifty is going to tell us, oh, we are not taking this count. If we are taking the count in a positive scenario, this is one, this is two, is what we feel. The third would extend as it is discussed. Third, then the fourth would come and the fifth would come as per the wave counts. And the touch of the third could touch the next of the neckline, which comes around 56,500 to 57,000. Then the fourth small correction, the fifth towards 60,000. The bank nifty could be visited if we are entering impulse, but the weekly close bear price action, Elliott waves may not help. 4.5% dip in the bank nifty. The quick bearish bell told candle. What is the fall in the nifty? A weekly 4.45 exact percentage fall. What about the Fin Nifty? Well, healthy correction. Again, a evening star. The confirmation above 24,500 for the Fin Nifty. For the Bank Nifty, we have to cross 52,800, basically 800 to 53,000. In a stronger note, the quicker the retracement, the better it is. Consolidation might happen for Nifty, the zones of 25,600 to 25,740, 4750 levels, or even 780 levels. 25,627, as discussed, the gap zones are the key. What about the bank Nifty? 51,300 below, sell the bank Nifty. 50,950 can be visited, and if that breaks, then we are opening up for 50,300, and also lower levels of 49,100 levels could be revisited. Here from here, if the pullback starts, bank nifty, what needs to be done to be objective to the point? Bank nifty, as of now, trend seems to be weak. So buy near 51,300 to 51,100. If it holds and starts reversing contra trade for 52,500 and then 52,800 levels as a target. And if we start crossing 53,500, then the bank nifty is on a rise for a bigger note. The ABC correction could be open. And what will happen from here? So if this marks to be a bottom, it will consolidate a small rise, then a pullback. Then we are going to see the bigger degree trends in the bank nifty, which can take 57,000. I'm not saying it's a small move. If impulse starts, bank nifty gives a positive directional trend. If it is breaks, then the trend is somewhat changing in a larger degree. So be ready, be objective on both the sides. The bullish counts may not have finished. So we need to watch and act precisely. Which are the sectors which are bullish for me? Only sole sector, PSU banks is what I would like. PSU bank index is looking good. It is on a fourth. So either a correction, or if it is making a triangle, the final dip might be there. Unless we break 6,600 to 6,500 levels, I am not bearish on the PSU banks. So until then, the consolidation, one small rise, then dip, then the big rise only about 6,800 to 6,550. I would mark as a very important zone. 6,550 breaks, we are out. 6,800, 820 breaks, 800 only. If it is broken, we are in for a very stupendous run in the PSU banks towards 9,000 to 10,500 levels for the PSU banks. The wave 5 is still pending in the PSU bank. Structure is what hinting, as the charts also hint the bullish structural performance for the PSU banks. Index also hints, so there can be a reversal which could be happening for the PSU banks. A small dip also comes. It would halt near 6,200. I don't believe the bigger fall would come, and the final rise would start for 10,000, 9,500 to 10,500 levels for the fifth wave. Impulse is what we feel. So PSU banks clearly bullish. What we like, watch out Canara Bank, Bank of Baroda. The charts are hinting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The cool off now, the inverted head and shoulder, and the break above the key moving average is what we feel would held us 111, 113. Both the levels, if it is taken out, then the magic would start 150, 114 above. The Canara Bank would start its journey towards rise. It has not made a new low last week. Bank of Baroda. Again, that's showing the strength. Bank of Baroda is on the rise. A consolidation might happen. I'm not saying that it might not consolidate. Maybe another week or 2 weeks it can consolidate. It can again revisit this neckline 2,330, 238. Then the rise would start. Else, if we cross the 256, the Friday size, the Bank of Baroda could rise. So looks very good on the charts. What are the other stocks? Before getting into the commodities and the other stocks, PSU Bank Index, a couple of stocks we have discussed. Metal sector is looking bullish for us. There could be a good trajectory of consolidation in the metal, and again a rise would start. 9,800 is a very good support zone. The metals consolidation could happen and the rise would start to the next leg. Metal sector also is bullish, purely based on the charts I'm talking about. So the metal sector also looks bullish. Before getting into the stocks of the week, couple of stocks we have already discussed. I would discuss few of the other stocks which are important zones. If you like our video, do subscribe to our YouTube channel Traderz Hut. Also follow us on the Twitter handle Traderz Hut, and also on the Instagram Traderz Hut and Threads Facebook page. If you would like to avail our premium services, option Zeta workshop, our SEBi registered advisory, as well as our other services on live trading room, do visit us on tradershut.com. The more details are there. Traders at email ID and contact details also is discussed here. So that's a brief about us. And also, let's say, although the candles on the weekly is quite weak, it's because of the reason I explained on the Banknifty strategy. Also, now let's come back to the stocks of the week. So Bank of Baroda, Canara Bank, even SBI is looking holding good. But these are the two stocks where I see a good potential as per the charts. And National Aluminium is looking good on declines. 208 is a very good base for the stock. The consolidation would take the WFI 208 until it 206 to 208 it holds the stock. Any dips can be accumulated for the next leg of rise. Now, apart from National Aluminium, let's see the Tata Steel in the metals. Again, Tata Steel consolidating after a rise. So 160, very good base. Any dips by Tata Steel is what we feel metals should act. Well, I am bearish on one stock, MRF, right or wrong, but I am bearish on the stock. The stock looks weak as per me, even if it's a channel. Stock seems to be on a lower end of the channel, could be revisited, which is 1,10,000 to 1,13,000. So ABC advance after a 5-hour decline, and the bears will regain the control on the stock. So the stock is breaking down. I'm bullish from 1,37,000. So some risk reward ratio is very good of 1:3 almost. For 2000 points, stop loss 1,39,000 or 40,000 stop loss. Now it has fallen. Rises could be sold in the stock on a reversal of lower top. Stock could fall clearly towards 1,10,000. So this is even on a bull case scenario, this can be the fall for the stock. Apart from this, Ultratech Cement is looking bearish for me. The consolidation breakdown has occurred. The short-term moving averages is broken. 11,660 to 700 would be the important zone of resistance. Until 11,600 is crossed, the rises would be sold in the stock, and the pullback can be shifted towards 11,100 in the stock, and lower levels could be revisited with Ultratech Cement. After the MRF. So these are the stocks which we are discussing. REC is looking weak on the charts. REC Limited, watch out, it's looking quite weak on the charts. The stock is on the decline after the ABC irregular flat could be happening, even if it's third on the cards. So the correction was imminent, and the stock will correct more than what others expect, as the rise has been from the ashes. The stock has risen in a stupendous form. So the consolidation would be on the corner for the stock. So I would avoid the stock as of now. Colgate also has some fall pending. The vertical rise in the stock has taken it to the extreme levels. Now the cool off can happen in the stock. Okay, so watch out the stock in a cautious note. Apart from that, Hindustan Copper is what I like. Ind Copper, JSW Steel. I'm going to discuss 1060 to 65 above. JSW Steel is bullish. Hindustan Copper is consolidating. So the rise has been strong, and third rise has been clearly stronger note for the Hindustan Copper. The consolidation is happening. If the fall has to happen, only the break below the trend line, we would see the stock what needs to be done. So that is what we feel until this is channel is not broken, we are not out of the woods. The support of 320, 310 levels has to be broken for the Hindustan Copper, and upside if we break 345, 350 levels, then the stock this time would test 450, 500 levels. Which of the other metal stocks we like? Hindalco. Quite good. Some consolidation gap is already been created. Consolidation is happening, and the rise would start for the stock. The stock is already on the rise, so clearly it's a buy on consolidation to dips Hindalco until we see the levels of 700 getting broken. The stock is buy for 800, 850 as a target. Apart from Hindalco, Apollo Hospitals is bearish. So what are the bullish stocks? For me, metal stocks and PSU banks are the bullish stocks is what we like. Canara Bank, Bank of Baroda, all the explanation we have given. Along with that, Hindalco, Tata Steel, as well as Nalco, National Aluminium. Looks good on the charts. Apollo Hospital Enterprises looks to be have completed the impulse is what the charts hint. So we need to watch out these stocks and levels. Even if it is the third completed, one more leg is due, it has to come back towards the downside. Apollo Hospitals looks a bit scary as the reversal has occurred until 7,050 is crossed or 6,950 is crossed. Apollo Hospitals looks bearish for me. So watch out this stock and a bear note. So that's on the stock specific front. Bear stocks are MRF, Apollo Hospitals on a contrarian basis, Ultratech Cement, as well as there could be MRF is the top pick is what we like as per the bear grip. Last week also we have discussed. Now the different case scenarios also for the index have been discussed. Disclaimer, what I would like to add: stock market investments are subject to market risk. Please read the related documents carefully before trading or investing. Do consult your financial advisor. Let also do your own due diligence. I am a SEBi registered research analyst. I do trade myself also. I might have some positions. Now we are getting back to the commodities, friends. Commodities, we are going to see the silver where it is headed. Mainly the silver is what we feel where it could be headed. The crude, some rise has been seen last week. The rise in the crude has impacted 11% rise in the crude. In fact, not a small rise. It's a good healthy rise on a weekly charts that week. Iran-Israel war has led to the rise in the crude oil prices. Well, there can be some cool off in this before the next leg starts. Well, let me see the silver for you. Mainly the international silver is what we are seeing. Well, if we are seeing A, B, C, D, E, then a small dip towards 30,050, 30.50 could be witnessed in the impulse structure what we see. Else what could happen? Let me come to the hourly chart. Two case scenarios. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A diagonal pattern, then the fall, then we are going to see the universal rise. So what is important now? 3180. 3180 to 3140 is a very important zone for the silver internationally. What we have to watch out. What is the impulse or irregular flat is now here we have to see. So what is more likely here? You very clearly what we are seeing. This is an impulsive rise. So what could happen here in this case scenario? Let me do the markings for you. A, B, C. So silver might be on a corrective zone. This could be the marking process of the zone of confluence is what we see because the internal counts are hinting like that as per the charts. A, B, C, the irregular flat could be in making for the silver. So this is what we see on the silver front. Very clear it is where we are seeing the silver front ABC. The advance looks to be on a corrective note. Any rise 3250 and reversal below 32 levels, then we can see the 5-wave decline. The next leg would start. That would be the actual blueprint what we feel for the silver. So that's on the commodities front. I'm going to like one more metal which is lead, which could be headed for a big move in the metal space. Even if it is a consolidation, the rise above 187.50 this time would trigger a big buy for the lead towards at least 200 plus zones. The impulse here and the consolidation again, the consolidation could again revisit the levels of 181, 182 if possible. Then the final break would occur. Maybe that could be one case scenario is what I feel. Else, if the breakout occurs, we are going to see a huge move in the lead. So that's on the commodities front, and also on the weekly market insights friends for the second week of October. Discussed lot of inputs on the Nifty, Bank Nifty, commodities, silver and lead, and also very selective stocks. The depth of the markets has been discussed in this session, so it might be a lengthy video. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on the Twitter handle, and also if you'd like our like to avail our services, I shared my website also. You can get into it, and that's it. Signing off for now. Your RV. See you all back again in the next update on the markets. Stay tuned to the point analysis, objective and practical analysis. Signing off for now. Your RV.